mister?
Oh, hello there. My name's CEAZOR.
Sure, buddy, whatever. What you got in the bag, man?
Huh? What? Oh, this bag here? Oh, it's just my laundry. My dirty laundry.
What? Laundry? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was looking for a laundromat. I can't seem to find any.
There's one down here, in this dark, shady alley.
There's a laundromat down in that dark, shady alley?
Yeah, come on in. You can get all your clothes cleaned right up.
Oh, okay.
And bonus, the machines are free.
Hello and welcome to Caesar's Snack Sandwich. Today we're on Fantom. It's Friday and I'm going to start trying to do something different and call it Fantom Fridays. And I'm going to try to cover a protocol every Friday that is on Fantom Opera. Now I'm going to cover anything that I find. This is just something I stumbled across based on, the things I've been looking at. And, it's not that they didn't approach me. They didn't sponsor this video. There's no affiliation at all with this. I'm just going to cover this project and tell you what it is. And you can decide what you want to do if you ever want to use this or not. So Fantom Fridays. So I'm going to try to do this. Real life might kick in and I can't do it anymore, or I might not be able to find any new projects. But I'm going to try my best. So we'll see what happens and see how things go with Fantom Fridays. But let's move over to the app here. It's called Shade Cash. Now, that's kind of the good thing about Opera, is that everything's all dead, zombie, Halloween-ish type thing. And, calling this Shade Cash is kind of ironic because of what it does, the function of it, and so forth. I think it's pretty clever, and they can kind of get away with it because of it is on Fantom, and Fantom is dark and spooky and so forth, right? So what is this? It's basically Tornado for Fantom. So if you don't know what Tornado is, it's a place where you can privatize or basically hide your history, your transaction history. So let's go into the app and we'll use it, and we don't actually send any transactions, but I'll show you the buttons and so forth, and you'll basically understand what it is, and you'll get a clear understanding. Now, the docs aren't very great. The docs are okay, but you could probably read this landing page and you would be good enough. And there's a few FAQs here that will answer some of the questions that I will go through. And there is a Medium article that goes into a little more in depth as well. You can check this out and get an understanding as well. I'll put links to these in the description. So let's go through everything first, and we'll just open up the app here. And here is an app, and the first thing it drops you to is payments. So you have a choice where you can stick in 100 FTM, 1000 FTM, 10K FTM, 100K, or 1 million FTM. So you would deposit them in here. So if you had these in your wallet, like right now I currently have 1000 FTM in my wallet, I could deposit them in here and it would spit out a seed phrase, basically. Not a seed phrase, but basically a string of characters like this. And you would have to take note of this. So I would guess it would be better if these were words so you could write them down. But I guess you could just copy and paste this into a text document on WordPad or something, and keep it safe and keep it secret and don't let anybody know, because your money is now gone. It is inside this contract and it is sitting there. So however much you choose, let's say I choose 1K and I stick it in there, it's now in there, and the only way to get that money back out is to call this, basically use that seed phrase. You would go to withdraw and you would put that seed phrase here and you would tell it which address you want to go to, and it would pull it out. So the point of this is that when you put money inside and then when you take money out, there's no connection between the two wallets that you are using. So I'm moving it from my public wallet that everybody knows, and I'm moving this FTM to another wallet that nobody knows. Now, it doesn't happen instantly. There's a time, you can wait as long as you want. So as you can see here, there are some deposits already. So let's go to show more. There are some deposits of 100 FTM in here, and there were all these different different ones. You could basically, so you, when you pull from it, you would be pulling from other people's $100 basically, but your $100 is in there too. So it doesn't know like whose money is what, right? So if I go to withdraw, or let's go to statistics instead. So if you go to statistics, you can see all the different deposits that have gone in. So there's all of these different deposits for 100, all of these different deposits for 1,000 FTM and 10,000 FTM, and nobody has gone very big and so forth. Now I've always been like kind of hesitant about these kinds of protocols because, you know, when you hear of people using them, it's always the hackers. You know, they hack some protocol and then they send like 100 ETH to the tornado, and they just clean the 100 ETH. Now they still have to, you know, that 100 ETH they might need to somehow, you know, to the government declare like how they got this, you know, millions of dollars, which is kind of but they can just leave it in DeFi and they can just use it, you know, buy NFTs, do whatever. So I've always looked at it like that, is like tornadoes are for hackers, you know, they're not for everyday users, like why I need to like wash my money basically. But there is some use cases, I guess, like if I want to set up a wallet that I don't want people to know, this might be a good way to do it, because maybe I don't want people to know how much money I have, because not because I want to avoid taxes or because I stole it, but because I don't want, you know, to be targeted as a potential like victim. You know, if I spread my money out this way, nobody knows that I have that money and that money is mine. So nobody's going to come knocking on my door with a wrench, basically, hopefully. That's kind of the idea. I think the best use case I can think of for this for a normal person. So that's basically how it works. You would just, you know, send in some money, get your seed phrase, you know, or whatever you want to call that, your key, and you would then put your key here and you would pull it out. Now, there are two options here called wallet, and this is where it gets tricky. Like you can put in the wallet you want to pull the money out, right? But you have to have gas money in that wallet to call this contract. So you don't have to connect. Like I could put someone else's wallet here and use this wallet to call it. But then it's clear, like if I use this wallet to put like FTM in here, and then I use this wallet to pay gas to send it to another one, then there's kind of a transaction connection that this wallet sent. So you don't want to do that. You need to have the money pulled out by another wallet, or a different wallet that nobody knows pays the gas to pull out that money, right? So this is kind of an issue, because now you have this new wallet made and you don't have any gas in there, and you need to buy some gas money. So you gotta use a centralized exchange, or you gotta pay someone and say, hey, please don't tell anybody this is my other wallet. I put some gas in there, right? So they've created this new thing called Relayer, which is, you know, they're obviously testing. It says coming soon and it's not launched yet. But what the idea here is that they will just deduct some of the money from the withdrawal to pay for the gas, which is, in my opinion, clever and quite good. Like if you were able to just create a new wallet on, you know, MetaMask and stick that wallet in here and then use Relayer to pull it out, then the FTM would end up in your wallet, and FTM is the gas money anyways. So I think this is clever and it's interesting, and it's a good way to do this. The last thing I want to talk about is they do have this farming right now. That you can farm what they call the Shade token, which is their governance token. It has pretty good APR. And this is basically how I found this protocol, is because I found a farm like a vault that was farming this token for them. And you can go through and find out, like, you know, check this out, and whether or not you feel like the Shade token is a good investment or not. You can, you know, deposit LPs or deposit the Shade token. So, but it does just say here, you know, like only the Shade here. So I'm not exactly sure where the contract is to deposit the Shade LP tokens. Anyhow, so if you want to know more, they're in the docs. Yeah, in the docs. The docs don't really talk too much about how the protocol works and stuff, they're kind of incomplete, but they do have this token supply vesting schedule and so forth that will give you a good idea of like how the tokens are going to be distributed and so forth. But there is no use case outside governance. So I don't see any, there's no fee accrual, or there's no any other use case beyond just governance of the protocol. So maybe in the future people will be able to use the Shade token to go for governance. Maybe you can join their Discord and find out more information about the potential future use cases of the Shade token. So that pretty much covers it. That's a Shade Cash for you. It's a way to clean your money, do your money laundry basically, and that's it. So thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.